Happy Wednesday. This land is my land. This land is not your land. So, if you are not Native American, I am Native American. If you're not Native American, you do not belong in the United States of America. You do not belong in North America. You do not belong in South America. It's how the story ends. You will go back to where you are from if you are an immigrant here, because you do not belong here. You are not welcome in these lands, no matter how much fictitious songage you want to come up with. You have oppressed Native Americans. If you're not Native American, some Native Americans oppress other Native Americans too by calling them Indians. They're not Indians. India is a country in Asia. It's not America. Native Americans are not Indians. Indians are not Native Americans. And that's just something that at some point people might put effort into getting right and distinguishing if they care about Native Americans and the people whose land they live on without consent. But most people who immigrate to the United States these days don't actually take into mind whose land they're living on. There are very few immigrant groups, there's one really, that asked for consent and did things right, and that's the Norse. So the Norse men, Norse women, the Norse of Scandinavia, centered in Norway, modern day Norway. Those are the original native peoples of Norway and Scandinavia, this far north, and they were the first to come to the Americas, so external to North and South America. They came, and a bunch of them died off because they were super prideful, and so they died, and they went to ask for help, and then the people who didn't die, who came here, went back. They're like, it's not for us, we're going back. And then when they came over later, they asked for consent for the land they lived on. And that is not true for Asians. That is not true for Pacific Islanders. That is not true for Africans. See a trend here. And it's not true for some European groups. And so maybe one day we can start honoring those and living our lives and respecting those whose land we live on by giving it back to the people. And that's not popular by any means in the United States of America. People are too racist. There's been a whole lot of discrimination specifically from the African American community and Asian American community towards Native Americans. One of the most disgusting examples of racism is blurring the line by talking about like war cries and Indians. Okay, Indians, like the country India, don't have war cries. That's a Native American thing, and that's trying to take it in a direction that's fundamentally false and wrong. It's not true. So if you're writing fiction, that's great, but make sure to clarify that it's fiction. That's something that Asians like to do, and African Americans like to pretend that Native American culture and names and that kind of thing are their own, when in reality can be farther from the truth. And it's like, go back to Africa. You weren't welcome here in the first place. No more other people. So it's not unique to you. Don't worry, honeys. You're just as racist as the rest of them, the African American community. Yeah, and same from not all Europeans, but some Europeans, yes. And same from Pacific Islanders. That's something that's done is, oh, let's do our hairstyles like Native Americans did. Maybe we'll get that. Oh my God, my braids. Just like, you're so racist. And we can tell that, those of us who actually are Native American, just be like, and that's why you don't get my vote or my support in life. So just, if you're a kind human being, you get support. I love you. If you're a bad human being, well, you're racist towards Native Americans. You're racist towards me. So have a happy Wednesday. I can treat you better than you can treat me.